So if you're really observant, you'll notice that I've made some changes to the channel. It's now called Mike Drake's Lost Duck Outdoors. I was going to start an entirely different channel, but I realized I had at least 45 or 50 of you at least that watch the videos I put out as is, and I didn't want to disrespect anybody, so I'm going to stay with the same channel. I've changed the name of it a little bit, and we're going to kind of create a new format just a little bit. It turns out that I don't want to be making, just video after video after video of me catching 12-inch rainbow trout. So I'm going to put out a video probably about once a week. We're going to talk about how the fishing's been. If I catch anything 14 or better, you're going to see that on video if I get it on the camera. If I take a trip somewhere new or look at a new part of the river, I'll take you along and we'll do that together. I'm going to someday start floating this river, and we'll certainly examine that when the time comes. I've got some other ideas of trips I want to put together. There's other things I want to do here in Arkansas now that I'm here. For instance, I want to catch a blue cat. I've never caught a blue cat, so that's something in the future. There's really big stripers in Norfolk Lake and in Beaver Lake, which isn't too far away. I want to try and examine going to try and catch some of those. When I say big stripers, I'm talking stripers in the 30-pound class. They're big. That's exciting to me. Do a little smallmouth fishing at some time. That'll probably be in the spring of next year, or a little later. It depends on how the creeks look and whatnot. But there's some really good smallmouth around here. I want to do a little bit of that. So at any rate, I want to diversify a little bit, and I don't want to just bore you to death with the same video week after week after week. We're going to look at a little bit of my adventure in the fly tying room. I'll show you that here in just a minute. The fly tying is a brand new thing to me, so I'm not professing that I'm some kind of fly tying expert. I'm not trying to teach anybody how to tie fly ties or tie flies. Fly ties, get a fly ties. I don't want to. Everybody wants to fly tie. At any rate, tie flies. But if you are brand new and you want to suffer along with me and go through the growing pains and the learning curve with me, then please feel free to join me. At any rate, this is going to be the new home. I hope that the ones that have been watching keep watching. Hit the like button, subscribe, and tell your friends and neighbors, because I'd like there to be a whole bunch more of you. I wouldn't mind some point in the future to get a little bit of YouTube's money. I obviously could use all the money we could get. We're doing this on a shoestring, a wing and a prayer, and baled wire and chewing gum is the little bit of duct tape here and there is the whole thing, the whole package. So at any rate, anything you can do to help, do it. If you got any ideas, suggestions, if you got things you might want to see, if I brush a subject that interests you and you want me to go deeper into it for some reason, reach out on the comments and say something. I've got nothing but time and all the want to in the world. So if, again, I don't think I'll ignore anybody. You reach out and I'm almost certain I'll get back to you, especially if you got any kind of decent question at all. If you're an a-hole and all you're just yanking my chain or something, that's a whole different idea. But hell, I'll even take that. Yank my chain if you want. At any rate, appreciate you. Hit the like and subscribe, and tune in. We'll have a video up once a week or so, weather permitting, fishing permitting, health permitting, money permitting. This video is about where we are, how we ended up here. It's the story of the move to Arkansas. So buckle up and come along. At 65 years old, I'm going to be trying to start over with $120,000 in a Social Security check. I'm flying to Arkansas tomorrow to see if I can't find myself a place somewhere close to the White River so I can fish and perhaps enjoy a little bit of that, and maybe start an outdoor channel. So why don't you stick around and see how this goes. It should be a fun adventure. Oh, I almost forgot. We need a truck too. So I need a house and a truck. We got $120,000. Good luck, right? So I flew to Arkansas. Stayed with my brother in Fayetteville for a day or two and then borrowed my mom's car. Well, now we're driving mom's car to Salesville, Arkansas to look at a couple houses. Don't know what we're going to find or if we're going to like it when we see it, but we're going to go look, see what we can do. When I got to Salesville, my room wasn't quite ready yet. It wasn't check-in time, so I went down and met some of the local fish. I stayed a couple days at a place called Gene's Trout Resort. I think that's what he calls it. It's Gene's anyway. And I just have to tell you, it's one of the nicest places for $100 a night I've ever been in my life, and the view was absolutely fabulous. Over the next couple days, I saw a total of 3 places. But this was the first one I looked at, and well, I'll show it to you now. This is the outside, little porch swing out here that you couldn't see from the photos. There appears to be an old water pump sitting there. Look at that. Roof looks in pretty good shape. It's definitely an old single wide that they've added on to, but that's not closing any doors for me. Need a little work down here at the skirting, but that's no hill for a hoofer. That roof looks good. Kind of real good, actually. Another little deck on the backside that we didn't see from the photos. Back door right there. Got a little barn out here with a walkway to it. I can't see any issues with the gutters. Block on this end, which I like better than what I saw in the front, but we're up on the hill here. I don't think standing water is going to be a huge problem. You know, it's I gotta believe, by the way, that that first house is actually a store. When you come in the street, this is 100% a lot, no question. Little paint on the fascias, little paint, maybe a little replacement of a little tar paper strip going on here. That wasn't the best job, but I'll bet it sheds water. All in all, except for, you know, a couple dents in this building, like yay and yay, which you ain't gonna do nothing about. I don't see any place where animals are crawling under it, anything like that. Front door could use a little paint, but that's one thing we know how to do for sure. Garage, 2-car garage. Turning around in this driveway is going to be interesting, I'll tell you that much. But you know, you do what you can. Got little flower beds out here. That's the That's the neighbor. Like I said, that's a store or business of some kind, and there's another one on the other side that's a store or business of some kind. So they certainly aren't attached to this land. That is what appears to be a road out there. I wonder if this garage door is open. Let's find out. Oh, by golly, it is. Yeah, looks like we're needing a little work in here. Needing a little work in the garage, folks. Lights work. Yeah, we could, the garage ain't in the best shape ever, but I ain't gonna be sleeping out here. Probably want to pull that old insulation and stuff down and replace it, which wouldn't be all that damn hard. Put some siding up or some kind of sheeting up like somebody started over there in that corner. I think you're in like Flynn. That's not horrible as far as work goes. All right, well, let's wait and see the inside now. So your washer and dryer is in the master bath, but that's not the end of the world either. Brand new shower and tub, right? Yep. Yep, this is all brand new. Floors feel really good. Got 2 closets in here, a little smaller than you're used to, obviously, but it's a little tight. Ceilings are a little low, but it just makes me feel bigger than I really am. That's all the way to this is a porch to the back door. You got water heater and storage. Living room, I think we need a little work on the ceiling in here, but this is not water damage or any kind of damage. It's just old T-bar is all we're looking at, I think. Nice kitchen, really nice. The kitchen is all brand new. All brand new in the kitchen. We got hickory cabinets and gas stove. Don't know if the hutch stays or not. Don't know if the table stays or not. These are questions yet to be asked. So I think most of this furniture goes away. And then small back bedroom. And maybe my favorite feature at all is this sunroom, they call it. No lights out here though, so we can't work after dark. We'll fix that though. Oh, window goes, the old window goes right back into the house, so you can put your head in here. Means the air conditioning will get out here if you close the doors up tight. All right, ma'am, I think I'm videoed up. So we made an offer on that place, and then we hopped on a plane and went back to California and waited for the close. While we waited, we had enough time to go say goodbye to some of my favorite fish in California, Blue Lakes. Long story short, they accepted our offer, and we closed via email on July 3rd, I believe it was. And then we had to approach the second part of the problem. That was buying a truck. I searched and I searched, and I looked at every vehicle possible. I finally settled on a Nissan Frontier 4-wheel drive. It was I needed a four-wheel drive for the possible weather that can happen here in Arkansas, and it was the only way I could see to get a new one and do it for, well, the Nissan Frontier was $10,000 to $12,000 to $14,000 cheaper than the most comparable thing, which might be the Toyota Tacoma or Chevy Colorado or one of those type vehicles. It was the best price, and the best price I could find on it anywhere in the country was in Avondale, Arizona. So I got on another plane and I flew to Avondale, Arizona to buy a truck. Well, here's the second part of the deal. New truck. I wanted to see where the gasket thing was. There it is. I know where it is now. Having bought the truck in Avondale, then I drove that vehicle back to California. And I loaded up what little bit of personal possessions I was bringing to Arkansas, which was basically anything that I could fit in one truckload, and that wasn't much. At any rate, we loaded her up and we headed for Arkansas. Well, we're checking off the boxes. We got the house, we got the new truck. Now we're packed up and headed for the new digs. Spent the night in Kingman, Arizona. Now we'll be headed to Amarillo, Texas tonight. We'll be in Arkansas the next day. See you soon. So that was then, and this is now. I'll take you a little tour of the place now that we've gotten a little established. There's the truck in the driveway. Obviously, it lives down here in this garage that is now cleaned up a little bit, but still needs quite a bit of work. And there's the Skadden boat that came from California. It's about to go up for sale. We're going to turn that into a two-man pontoon, or a one-man pontoon, I think, so we can start to float the North Fork River. Like I said, we still got some work to do here in the garage. This is the back of the house and the backyard. That little table and those two chairs right there in good shape. They need a little need some cushions, but they came with the place. It turned out that I had a garden patch back here that I didn't know was mine when I bought the place. It all looked like that when I got here. I'm in the process of trying to clear it. Maybe by spring we'll have some tomatoes and some other vegetables or something to grow out there. I don't know why you need to know, but there's the compost heap. Got the little shed that you saw in the original videos. It's now holding a lawnmower and a wheelbarrow and my ladder and my tools and my rakes and shovels and implements of mass destruction, and the pole saw / weed eater that I bought the other day that I haven't used yet. Tomorrow we'll get a hold of that and see how it actually works. At any rate, let's walk you up to the back steps and we'll go in the back door to the house. This is the outdoor kitchen area that I've got a Weber barbecue there, and that's a flat top propane gas range, and this is the pellet grill that my brother was nice enough to get me as a housewarming gift. These chairs and tables were here when I got here. I've also got an issue of a squirrel that likes to poop on my table there. I'm going to have to see about taking care of that. We come in the back door here and you're into my media room, which is basically the old back porch. I built that table, and it's got all my GoPro batteries and computer and things of that nature are sitting there. Step in here to the master bedroom now, and you can see it actually has a bed in it. I slept on the floor the first couple of nights, and that was one of the first things I got. I found that dresser on Facebook Marketplace for 50 bucks. And that mirror was in my mother's closet, belongs to my sister-in-law, Carol, actually. Most of the rest of this stuff came with me. You've seen the bathroom before. It's nothing special, but it's about the same, except now there's a shower curtain and people seem to be living in here now. Down the hall, we've took some duck pictures and art that came with us. Some posters and stuff that we found in Fayetteville. The kitchen, as you've seen before, except again, like I said, we're actually living in it now. This little table was here when I got here. Those bar stools were here when I got here. That little table sitting in the dark was here when I got here. That hutch was here when I got here. This is the living room now. Bought that chair and rocking chair and footstool on Facebook Marketplace for, I think that was 50 bucks. That little table was 70, I think. It came from around Bull Shoals area. Beanbag chair, sorta, that I bought on Amazon. I wish I hadn't. There's a pair of them, and I don't like either one of them. TV came with me from California, and that table there was over there when I got here, but it was here originally. A little gas stove that was here originally. And that other ball. That table and this coffee table came off Facebook Marketplace. Bought those for, I think I got them for 75 for the pair. That big old couch right there, 9 feet long and a monster that I had to take, just about wrestled me to death to get it in here. It's never going to leave. At any rate, that came from the volunteer fire department in the town of Mountain Home, Arkansas. And a little lamp that I found at a thrift store around here, and that table came from the same store, and so did that one. Bought everything, including the lamp, back in the bedroom. I spent, I think, about 120 bucks on all 4 pieces. And then there is the back bedroom and the half bath back here that nothing to write home about here. We still got some work to do here. But there it is. It's here. At any rate, and then we come out into the back, about where we started, back to the sunroom. It's the door we just walked out of a minute ago, and come around here to my fly tying station, and you're going to get to see that because fly tying is a brand new thing for me. I'm just getting started into it, and you're going to get to watch me suffer through that, I think. Just a whole bunch of miscellaneous stuff on that bench back there. My rod and reel collection on the wall there. This is going to be my jig pouring, lead pouring, not lead because I'm pouring bismuth these days, but my weight and jig making area, and powder paints and all that good stuff. That still needs some work. I want to get a pot to replace that propane, and right now, if I'm melting lead, I'm using propane in one ladle. That's kind of slow. I want to get a pot so we can pour a few more production-wise. Collection of my waders and all of my miscellaneous hats, vest and nets and wading boots and stuff of that nature. So at any rate, you can see we're starting to turn it into a home. So now here we are, and if you think you want to tag along and see where we end up next, then hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll thank you for watching, and see you on the river.